Hi everybody. So, excuse the background noise. I'm at the park with the dogs today and I've got my phone propped up on a tree here with some sticks so I don't have to hold the phone with my hand. Kala, come over here. And I'm trying to make sure that the dogs stay nice and close to me. So I apologize for any background noise or distraction, but today I just wanted to make a video because it is a very exciting day. Mercury will be moving forward tomorrow, stationing to move direct again. And this Mercury retrograde, I don't usually have too difficult of a time with Mercury retrogrades, but this Mercury retrograde, I felt like was very powerful in itself. It started in the sign of Leo, and as it progressed backwards, it moved into, or as it regressed backwards, it moved into the sign of Cancer. Ozzy, stay close. Come here. You stay by Mama. Sorry. Moved into the sign of Cancer. Cancer bringing, since retrogrades are all about making us rethink, revise, re-edit, redo, revisit, all these different types of topics. What the sign of Cancer, the archetype of that is all about is our emotions, our deep inner worlds, what's going on inside of us. So it's bringing us back into our feels. It's bringing us back into our deep-rooted emotions, things that might be hiding in the subconscious mind that we needed to revisit, rethink, review, so that this month of August, which is the month of Leo, which is all about achieving things, getting into our creative aspects, moving forward in that sense, really setting goals for ourselves and becoming the powerful individuals that we are so that we can be creators and create these types of things in our lives. But in order to be able to move forward and do that, we have to be brought back into our feelings again, brought back into our emotions, into the things that we need to work on that we otherwise would never touch and never go into on our own because it's uncomfortable. So the Mercury retrograde, making sure my dogs are still here. Mercury retrograde is really good at bringing us back into those things. So the retrograde period, while people, really tend to not like it and they talk very negatively about it. If you hear anything about Mercury retrograde online, it's very, very negative connotation. But if you really know anything deep about astrology, or you would like to know anything deep about astrology, retrogrades are periods where we make a lot of progress. If we don't go in it kicking and screaming and we actually see what it's trying to tell us. So this retrograde period was extremely difficult for me. I saw a lot of areas in my life that I needed to improve upon. It brought me into some old habits so I could release them, release another layer of them. And while that is extremely uncomfortable, it's something that I don't want to take a look at. We tend to push our shadow side away and we don't tend to integrate that into who we are because we're ashamed of it or embarrassed of it. But it really makes you take a harder look at that and think to yourself, this is not something that I should be embarrassed about. Everybody has dark qualities. Everybody has a shadow side. And I'm glad that I've been given this opportunity to take a closer look at it so that it isn't something that continues to haunt me for years and years and years to come. We're entering what's called the Lionsgate portal, which begins on August 8th. And I've been watching and learning a lot about this portal. It happens every year on August 8th. And apparently there is some significance, especially this year, being that it's the end of possibly a 14-year cycle, from what I'm understanding. A 14-year cycle of our behaviors and patterns and addictions and habits. Old belief systems and ways of doing things that no longer suit us and the life that we are about to grow into. If this resonates with you, then this has something to do with you. But it's the end of that. So it's being shown this is what's left of these habits and patterns and processes that we've been stuck in over the past 14 years. This is what you need to work on to get rid of it, or else you may be stuck in another 14-year loop with these same tendencies. And I don't know about you, but I certainly don't want to be stuck with the same habits and the same patterns. I want to prove to the universe that I have learned my lessons and evolve. I had a phone call. So anyways, I'm just really excited. Kala wants to say hi. She wants me to throw this ball so bad. I'm just very excited about the ending of this Mercury retrograde because I am ready for life to continue moving forward. Now, one thing that I do want to explain to a lot of you is that near the end of a retrograde period, it can be a little bit confusing because we have what's called the pre-shadow and the post-shadow. So we will be in the post-shadow starting from tomorrow all the way till somewhere in the middle of August. So there's a couple things that might occur. It can seem like life might be kind of slowing down a little bit for you. Like there's not a lot of forward movement, a lot of forward progress. You might be stifled in your thinking, maybe a little bit foggy. That's because this is an integration period. Everything that has come up for you over the past 3 weeks of Mercury retrograde that you've been working on or confused about or being haunted by, that you've been thinking about obsessively and constantly, anything that was basically brought to the forefront that you've been working on or thinking about, this is now a time of integration for it to be integrated into your beingness, into who you are, so that it's actually beneficial for you to move forward into this next stage that we're moving in astrologically. So don't be alarmed and don't rush anything. I know that since Mercury retrograde's over, and not a lot of people realize, or a lot of people do realize, that this is now time when we can start moving forward on projects or goals that we've had or things that we wanted to accomplish and do. But we know that it's not the best time necessarily to do when Mercury is in retrograde, because it's more of a time of introspection rather than doing things outwardly. So just don't rush it in the beginning of August. Get your plans in order with this new moon. Start goal setting, start really putting things down on paper of what you want to achieve. And when your intuition tells you that it's the right time to do it, go ahead and do it. But just know, if you are going through this period of a lack of clarity, fogginess, you feel like things are kind of at a standstill a little bit still, don't be alarmed. This is completely normal. And just give it a couple weeks, so 1 week or 2 weeks to subside, and then everything should be fine and dandy again. But anyways, I just wanted to give you a little bit of information on what's going on this week astrologically. Sorry about any of the distractions. I know I feel like my speech is a little bit slow today. Like I keep getting fumbled up on what I'm trying to say. So obviously this is possibly affecting me too. Mercury does rule the mind and our thought processes and the way that we communicate and deliver messages to other people. So I apologize if I wasn't clear and concise today. I hope that I was able to get the message out in a way that you could understand and that is useful to you. But anyways, namaste. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye.